Hello everybody, and welcome back. I'm Christo. This is Aurora 4X. Let's play. In the last episode, we launched an extremely successful military operation against the HH Andromedy aliens. They are precursors, automated ships from a bygone race trying to stop us getting access to exciting stuff in that system. We can kill them. The fleet that we currently have available to us, that we are using, which is... Where's it gone? Strike Force Alpha. This fleet with its, I think, 8 missile cruisers are sufficient to kill them. Is it already home? What are your movement orders? Moving to location. I guess they're coming home. I thought I told them to come home. Let me select on the map. Move to location. Are they moving in? Did I not save? Hang on. Let me check my recording. When's this supposed to have ended? No, not that recording. This recording. Aurora 4X Part 41.
And meeting you.
I think I might have not saved. This is January 2148. January 2148. No. Wait, no, I didn't save. This is... If I look... The previous episode... Previous episode... It's difficult to see because the freaking media player thing is over the top. The previous episode ended on the 21st of January, 2148. So I saved just before I launched the attack, but not afterwards. Yes, that's what I did apparently. Whoops. Okay. Well, let me bring display capture back up here then. I think what I will do... Yeah, I mean, we'll just run the attack again, basically. I don't have many options. We have fuel. Okay. So we should be able to run this attack again. Hopefully I won't like massively mess it up relative to last time. That will be upsetting. Need another naval organization window open. Good. I haven't... Sorry, I need to change the color settings on this screen. Hang on. I'll pause the recording and then I'm going to do that. I have some new screens. Still working out kinks. There we go. Okay, so I remind you that there are some aliens here. We know we can beat them because we did in the last episode. So I'm going to do this relatively quickly. But here's our fleet. We got all these Gallant class... Sorry, no, they're Gallant class destroyers. They're called Icarus because that's the previous class. And a Castiel class missile cruisers as well as the Castiel class flagship. So we're flying right now towards the enemy. We're going to be there in 21 hours. So we're just going to go 8 hours. And we're going to roar in. And what we've learned is that a full volley of our missiles punches a certain number through. Their volleys... there they all are. Their volleys are effectively impotent against us. Because they simply... our point defense is too good. We've got some really nice point defense. And there's them firing. That'll be why these are 30-second ticks. But our fire on them has sufficient speed, numbers, etc., that we are able to, punch through their point defense. Meaning, eventually we'll be able to win. Now the question is, are we able to win in a kind of cost-effective way? Is it going to be worth winning, basically? Because they are going to, and here come their first missiles. You can see big missile salvos coming in against us, but I'm not concerned. Because when they actually get to us, and I'll show you again here, but big missile salvos coming in. Boom, we fired 200 shots. 200 shots was all that was required to shoot down the 154 incoming missiles. Is that right? Doesn't seem right. Maybe some of their missiles have armor. Let me do something real quick here. 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 23 plus 23 plus 13 plus 10 plus 32 plus 32. 154. No, that is right. Okay, they have no armored missiles. Armored missiles are pretty... They do exist, don't they? I think they exist. They're pretty rare. I don't know if the AI ever uses them. Yes, they have 154 missiles. It took us 200 shots to shoot them down. We have, I remind you, 16 gallant destroyers, and each gallant destroyer, I further remind you, carries 90. Is that right? 9 times 10? The twin Gauss cannon turrets, and then each Gauss cannon in them. Are they really 10? 9 times 10. That can't mean 90 per destroyer. 90 shots per destroyer. Because remember, you have the Gauss cannon. The Gauss cannon is in a turret. It's a twin turret, meaning there's 2 Gauss cannons in it. But there's not... How is that getting 9 times... Oh, right, because the fire rate is 5. Right. So 10, because 10 is 5 times 2. Stay tuned for further maths realizations and wonder. And then 9, because... I'm not sure why 9. Let's go to turret design here. If we were making a twin turret... Oh, it looks like the 9 by 10. Oh, is that just the number? How many of them are there? Yeah, give me wide view. Yeah, there's 9 of them. Okay. So... Rate of fire 5. Does that mean they fire? No, it's 5 seconds. Okay, so there's 18. Is rate of fire 5 seconds? Is that right? I know it's been a little while. I'm still getting back into playing Aurora here, but the Gauss cannons. Yeah. Okay. So they fire 5 shots every 5 seconds. And you can have them smaller where they only fire 2 every 5 seconds. But yeah, one Gauss cannon fires 5 shots every 5 seconds. Which means we have on each gallant destroyer. So we've gone all the way from... this is one of the things that's really cool about Aurora. We've gone all the way from Gauss cannon to Gauss cannon turret to destroyer to fleet. Like, it all ladders up. Anyway, so on each of our 18 gallant destroyers, we have 9 turrets. Each turret capable of shooting... turrets, each capable of shooting 10 rounds per 5 seconds, meaning that we've got 90 per destroyer, and we have 18 destroyers. 16,000 shots. Is that right? Hang on. That seems so wildly excessive, but maybe I think I remember building a wildly excessive amount of screening going on here, but we can test it. We can bring this fleet near something that we can shoot and then try and shoot a full volley. Actually, the other way I can look at it is we go to ship combat. And we look at one of the Icaruses. Yeah, it's got 9. And yeah, each of these is going to shoot 5 times twice, so 10. Yeah, I think we have 1,600 point defense shots, which means that these guys are not even making me use... Well, they're making me use about 1/8 of our point defense capacity. Long-winded explanation to say I'm not concerned about the incoming missiles. And there are scenarios where you could, it's all probabilistic, so there is a chance that they could get through. But the way that Aurora works in this version, and this is actually changing in the next one, which is going to be cool and scary. You shoot precisely the number of point defense shots required to defeat the incoming missile salvo. That's being changed in the next update. I haven't got a full grasp of how it's being changed, but essentially it's being changed to try and make it such that you actually have to shoot the shots. Like, you have to decide what you're doing in a tick at the beginning of the tick when it comes to point defense, essentially. Meaning that meaning you can overcommit to shooting at the incoming missiles. And I'm not sure if you do it or if you have to set up how the AI does it for you, but we'll find out. Anyway, so we're going to continue closing with the precursors, and then we're going to shoot them. And the nature of the battle we're going to have with them is going to be essentially, we're trying to work out how what am I trying to say here? We're trying to work out how capable we are of destroying them, essentially. We need to know how many shots are required to penetrate their point defense, because obviously we want to destroy all of their ships. destroy all of their ships, we're going to need to shoot all of their ships at least once. We don't want to shoot any of their ships with more missiles than are strictly required to destroy them. Meaning we want to spread out our missile fire as much as possible. However, if we spread it out too much, we will, not kill them, which is a problem. You might wonder why we are closing so much with the enemy here. We're doing this because I know from last time that in order to get them in range, we're going to need them within about 20 million kilometers. Right now they're still at 40. And we're not. These ticks are all 30 seconds because they're still firing wave after wave of missile at me, I have to imagine. There we go, some 2 ticks. So we'll probably see another volley of missiles incoming fairly soon. Closing at 38, yep, there's another one. Now I don't know, I know I said this in the last episode, but I don't know if precursors have limited missile munitions. I'm pretty certain that let's just go auto tick on 30 seconds here. Auto tick is the right way around again, by the way. Apparently that's a bug somehow I've introduced with my mod. If you're seeing the auto tick thing be inverted, sorry about that. Don't know how that happened. Seems like it only happens on my version of the mod. What was I saying? I've forgotten. Doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, we're going to close them. We're going to shoot them. And the way we're going to shoot them is I'm going to try and probably split my fire between... We tried one ship, and we know we get them at one ship. We've tried splitting it between 8 ships, and we know that we sometimes get kills that way, but not always. And obviously, whether you get a kill will depend on what ship you shoot, how armored it is, etc. What I'm gonna do... Oh, and also if they have close-in weapon systems, which I'm not sure if... Again, I'm not sure if the AI uses, because close-in weapon systems are like the Gauss cannon point defense that we're using, except they can only defend themselves. And they have various advantages. They're cheaper in terms of the techs you need to research. They share them with Gauss cannons, I think. And also they, unlike Gauss cannons and turrets and things, close-in weapon systems can fire after jump shock. The delay that happens just after you enter a system. Oh, we're not flying straight at them. My bad. Contacts. Move to one of these. I thought it looked weird, the angle that the... stuff was coming in at. Okay, we have them at 20 million, 19.8, 19.6, 19.3. That'll do. Okay, we have them at 19.3 range. I didn't get hit by anything there, did I? No, good. Okay, so now we shoot them. And thank you for the commenter who said they want to try and see more of the shooting happening on screen. It's a very fair comment. So, does auto target work now? It doesn't. It's weird. Anyway, so we're going to shoot... yeah, fleet sync on. I think we're going to shoot... Well, let's try this. It's quite easy for us to shoot for... Hang on, why have I got missile fire control? These are the 800-ton missile fire controlled. Okay. I forgot. So the cruisers we upgraded. They now have missile fire control. Yeah, we have one 8,000-ton missile fire control. That is to say, it's designed to shoot 8,000-ton vessels. And 4 800-ton missile fire controls. That is to say, they're designed to shoot 800-ton missiles, 800-ton vessels. Now, what we're dealing with here is all well over 8,000 tons, with the exception, I think, of a couple of fighters. Yeah, these annual ones, I bet those are fighters below 1,000 tons. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use the 8,000-ton missile fire control. And I think, yes, if I drag them like this, then I'm able to quickly assign everything to that. And then we will assign fleet such that all of them have all their stuff just assigned to their 8,000-ton missile fire control. Now, I don't know which of their ships do what, but I don't need to learn. I don't think. Like, is there a reason for me to learn? And we'll salvage the wrecks. I think we learned then. Let's just shoot them by the numbers. So we'll shoot the Acasta, And I'm going to shoot 4 ships. And we're going to find out if... oops. Oh, you did that, yeah. Can you drag it just to here? No, you have to drag it onto the thing. Yeah, we'll shoot two ships at each target. I just did it twice on the same one again. And we'll see if they get the kills. And in doing so, we'll also learn, the relative strength of the Akasa class, the Acme Gregory, and the Admiral J.P. Hansen class enemy ships. So that's everyone assigned, I think. No? Where'd I make my mistake? Okay, 2 on the Akasta, 2 on the Admiral Gregory Queen 1, 2 on the Admiral Gregory Queen 2. I just forgot to do Hansen. Should be Hansen 1 and Hansen 1. Okay, that's everything assigned. Open fire fleet, so everyone is told to start shooting. And then I don't think I need to take this off screen. Actually, we go 5 seconds. We get missile launch successfully. Launched 40 from each. Ceasefire fleet. Let's see how many kills we get. So as I recall, they're going to shoot down between 60 and 120 of these missiles before they get there. There's 40 missiles from each ship and 8 ships. Meaning... what is that? It's like 40, 80, 160, 320 missiles. I think it's 320 missiles that we've got in the air right now. You know what I'd kind of like to see here? Time to target. Assuming the target was stationary. I think that would be good. Boom. They shot down 250, counting all these. Wow, they have some 37 strength missiles. That's kind of crazy. We hit these 3, and the target was destroyed in all cases. Nice. So if we target just... Wait, hang on, 3? I guess they shot down all of one of the volleys. Makes sense. Yeah, and they do have this ground forces signature, which I think includes surface to orbit. But yeah, what's worth learning here, right, is they have these weak energy weapons, but they also have some strength 60 and strength 37. And they probably, almost certainly, I would say, have a lot more than 4 of this size and 3 of this size, because weapons that are that big are harder to give good tracking, meaning they probably have more of them. Now, in terms of intel on these guys, not the Dark Eldar, sorry, the Protheans. We know we just killed one of these guys. Do we know anything about it? Doesn't have much armor. Maximum armor penetration is like the most armor you've seen yourself have to push through, I think. We don't know anything about like weapons on these guys. But the Anya class are probably relatively... Well, not that fast. Surely these fighters can go faster than that. I'm just thinking, what should I destroy in order to degrade their point defense fastest? Anyway, so we killed 3 out of 4 of our targets because all of the missiles destined for the Akasta were shot down. Isn't Akasta one of mine? I thought I had an Akasta class ship. Anyway, so we're all reloading still. And some of these guys, of course, have no targets. So we can just refresh this. Make sure everyone's still alive. And then do that again, basically. And the more of them we kill, we're not... Right now, I'm not taking great pains to try and work out which of their ships are performing their point defense. You ideally, if you're in a tense situation, and I suppose we kind of are, because every volley we fire costs us Gallicite. And Gallicites, don't get me wrong, Gallicite's tight right now. I wish this window was a bit taller, but you can't really resize windows, unfortunately. There was a mod that let you resize windows, but it didn't actually, didn't kind of productively resize them, as I recall. But yeah, 900 seconds reload. That's, what, 15 minutes? Is that right? No, 30 minutes. Oh, they are neutral strip ship contact. What do you mean neutral? Did I not set these guys hostile? These guys are hostile. They are not neutral. They slowed. Their thermal signatures were reduced. Okay, and some of them started moving? Oh yeah, they did this weird thing last time where they're like moving but in place. 900 seconds. Am I crazy? That's 15 minutes. 600 seconds is 10 minutes. Yeah, it's 15 minutes. Okay, not 30. Alright, we are good to go. Open fire fleet. I'm assuming we're going to get a very similar result. And yeah, there's fleet sinking, meaning that they're waiting for everyone to be ready before firing. Boom. Full launch. Tiny little maintenance supply issues. Ceasefire fleet. Fly, my pretties, fly. Shot down 84 of them before arrival this time. And one more. Wow, they shot down a lot of them that time. Interesting. Why did they shoot down so many more? Because what did they shoot down last time? Yeah, not that many. Interesting. Last time they shot down 240. Well, I mean, it's not that dissimilar, actually. Interesting. Well, the Admiral J.P. Hansen was not destroyed. There were only armor hits, meaning there were no penetrative shots. How would you work out which of the enemy ships are point defense ships, such that you could prioritize targeting them? I guess you could just assume the enemy ship that is best resisting you is a priority target. Like this ship took 5 hits of 9 damage per hit, and none of that went through its armor. Let's take a big shot at it. Let's shoot half the fleet at each of the Admiral J.P. Hansens. If you are watching this, by the way, and you know a smarter way to assign targets, I'd love to hear it. Because right now I have to click on, scroll up, and then click drag. I'd love to not have to scroll up every time. Alright, so this is full volley on each of the JP Hansens. Give me a reload. They're shooting me, and I am unconcerned. Doom, doom, doom. Yes, yes. Whatever you say. Just reload the guns, please. There we go. Okay. Guns reloaded. Open fire fleets. Give me a good launch, please. Give me a good launch. I believe in you. I have 100% faith. There it is. Good launch. Ceasefire. Get this out of the way. And let's see what happens this time. And yeah, we're still taking fire, but shooting it down very easily. Okay, and impact. We shot 3 targets, apparently. No, it's just that 3 volleys arrived. Okay. Yeah, not many of our missiles are getting through. We did destroy one of the enemies. Were there some secondary explosions? No secondary explosions. So which one died? The 003 died. 002 also died. Okay, we got them both. No, we got them both. Yeah, target destroyed. I don't know why there's a damage report here, but not for the other one. Not quite sure why that would be the case. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're firing 320 missiles in order to achieve whatever that is, 45 hits or so. That's not a great efficiency. But of course, every one of them we kill, we improve the situation. Do I have their surface? Yeah, their surface to orbit ground forces. I have on my targeting computer. There they are. There's 7,000 tons of them. Let's shoot the surface to orbit ground forces, because maybe a bunch of the point defense is actually there. So target the surface to orbit ground forces, and there you can tell because they're STO, surface to orbit. Assign fleet. I'm going to shoot the whole volley at them. How much ammo we got left, by the way? I'm not going to be able to show all this on screen at the same time, by the way, but I have multiple versions of the Naval Organization thing up. I have this one so I can track ammo and movement orders, and then I have a separate one so I can track This game, I think I've mentioned this before, this game is what persuaded me to buy my 4th and 5th screen. So I could have like naval organization, events, main window, another naval organization, galaxy map, soundtrack from Stellaris. You know, you got to have all this stuff on screen at once. But you don't have to. But... All right. Target the surface to orbit ground forces. Reload. Nice. Looks like they're just letting us reload this time. Open fire. Launch the missiles. Does preparing for offensive fire but not ready prevent auto tick? It doesn't. That's good to know. So we can auto tick our way through that in the future if we want to. Okay. Ceasefire fleet. Was it that volley did better because I did a longer tick? I didn't like give them chance to defend themselves. I don't think that's how that worked because the sub pulse should prevent that. Yeah, like that tick was not 5 minutes. So it's not like it just skipped past the tick on which their point defense would be active. Fine. Shot down quite a lot of them, and there we have the hits. Okay. So, Now, there's no installations on the ground here, I don't think. So we don't need to worry about destroying them. I should check, though, this planet. What planet are we fighting over? Andromeda 2. Right, we can't tell if it has the ancient ruins until we surveyed it, but it almost certainly will, having this large of a precursor presence in orbit. I don't think you can damage precursor ruins with missiles. So I was just briefly panicking, like, should I be shooting the surface to orbit ground forces? Anyway, we destroyed a lot of them. Do I get any specifics? Ah, yes, okay. Now, this is a little bit of intel that perhaps I shouldn't get. It's just it's a little bit of an abstraction that's allowing me to get it. But the surface to orbit stuff they destroyed is called surface to orbit PD, aka point defense. So we destroyed 21 surface to orbit, which I imagine is surface to orbit, you know, anti-ship energy weapons, and 12 surface to orbit point defense weapons. Nice. And there's 2,800 tons left, so we destroyed about 2/3 of it. What I'm going to do is retarget just a bit onto one of these Admiral Ladens. Reload. And yes, they're shooting us. I'm so scared. Hang on. What did I just see? I think I just saw them splitting up. What shouldn't I have opened? This. What are you doing? Are they fleeing? I think they might be fleeing. Interesting. That would be good. Maybe they're responding to a Dark Eldar threat. This is brilliant. If they split up, then we're going to obliterate them. Because, of course, the point defense is going to be split. Look, this is the fighters going out with the Acasta here. That's interesting. I wonder why they're doing that. Remind me, am I going to be able to survey this if any of them are still alive? How fast is my survey vessel? Yes. My survey vessel is faster than them. So as long as the survey vessel can detect them at sufficient range before they start shooting, which I'm not sure it can actually, now I think about it. No, it can probably. Because when are they shooting me? They're not shooting me at 108 range. This active sensor can see 108 million kilometers against a 8,000 ton vessel, but of course their fighters are dramatically smaller than that. What I'm thinking is it a problem that they're splitting up? I think they've made a big mistake. I'm gonna fly over towards waypoint 2. Turn off contacts, turn on waypoints, move to waypoint 2. We've ceased fire, haven't we? Yes. Because if they split up, I'm going to be able to, you know, defeat them in detail. Which is going to be a big problem for them. And is it the whole fleet that's moved off? No, there's still some. Look, they're all splitting up all over the shop. I bet they're responding to a Dark Eldar incursion. Because I don't think precursors have like self-preservation. They're sufficiently split up now that if I shoot them, They're not going to be able to defend each other, I think. Okay, and then range-wise, like if I was shooting these Admiral Mark Jamesons, for example, how far? I can shoot them at 62 million kilometers. They're only 23. Our missiles are going a heck of a lot faster than them. So yeah, let's shoot this little cluster here. Put them over there so I can tell what to shoot. The Admiral Mark Jameson, we're just going to give them one volley each, because now they're split up. So many more of our shots will actually get through. Let's see, Admiral Layton's rather. Where are they? Here they are. It's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. I need 2 more targets. Nakamura, 1 and 2. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Open fire. Give me a volley. As soon as you like. Ceasefire. Let's see. I mean, these missiles, I don't think will go close enough to any of the other fleets that they'll be intercepted. Yeah, I think you made a big mistake, Precursor buddies. Boom. Certainly seems like it, doesn't it? All 320 watt got through. There was no point defense in this. Ouch. Ouch. Did we kill him? Target destroyed, target destroyed, target destroyed, target destroyed, target destroyed. The Admiral Mark Jamesons were not destroyed. 1 was destroyed. And 2 of them were reduced to 1 kilometer an hour. Now, is that true? No, I didn't think so. I think they were reduced to 1 kilometer an hour because other ships in their fleet became wrecks, and then they weren't moving. And hence the rest of the fleet slowed down to that. Okay, good shots, good shots. Transported items. How much munitions do I got left? I got another 1,300 missiles. Let's try shooting these. So okay, I should note this down really, because I think the ship classes for precursors, like galaxy wide, are going to be consistent. So let me open my spreadsheet. Aliens, Protheans. Okay, so I'm gonna have a new section on my data sheet, which is ship data. And what we've learned is, oh, actually, can I add it in here? Can I add notes? Like, what we just learned is that the Admiral Nakamura has no point defense, from what we can tell. And they shot down no incoming missiles. Can I class summary? Yeah, can I type here? No. Sorry, hang on, was that my door? No. I mean, I could rename it, but that's not really what I want to do. All class text. Well, that's interesting. Oh, you can see their total tonnage like that. Fun. Flag destroyed. Correct names, renumber ships. I don't think I can take notes this way. Okay, so I'm just going to put it down here. It seems to be a no PD. Perhaps I should assume anything without point defense is a civilian ship, but I don't know. Because that's one of the things that you can't do, right? Just off the top of your head. You need to be able to work out if these are civilian or military ships. At least it's helpful. You don't need to, but sometimes it's helpful. The Admiral Nakamura. Yeah, Admiral Layton. Admiral Mark Jameson. All appear to have no point defense. Which means, you know, we don't have to go over top when we're shooting them. Now the Andrea Martin is looking a little bit vulnerable. Let's take some shots at them. Andrea Martin, give me a shot at them. And then there's some more that are still closer, oops, to the planet. Here. Which I would like very much to shoot. So the Amelia Earharts are all here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like they're all there. So let's try a volley at them. I think I just have a feeling. Maybe this is a feeling based on me remembering from a previous episode. I just have this feeling that the Amelia Earharts are... which one did I just shoot? 4. I feel like the Amelia Earharts have point defense. I don't know why. It's just the impression I get. The other possibility, I suppose, is that some of these things do have point defense, but they don't have active sensors. So they're only good when they're in a fleet which has active sensors as well. Give me a reload. Oh, these Amelia Earharts are moving extremely slowly. These must be civilian ships, actually, now I think about it. They kind of have to be. Well, open fire. Let's get some more data about them. Give me a launch. Good stuff. Boom. Ceasefire. Looking good. Streak across space towards your targets. I love the size of the travel lines on these missiles. I find it very satisfying. Boom. It had some point defense. There were 27 energy targets there, some secondary explosions, but clean sweep, target destroyed. Meanwhile, up here, let's see. No point defense before we reach them. Any final fire? Yes, some final fire point defense. We managed to hit 2 shots. But yes, target destroyed. Shouldn't have split up. It would have taken me much more effort to kill you if you hadn't split up. Alright, so there's Amelia Earharts and Laytons. It's tough to read these sometimes. Amelia Earharts and Laytons here. Still to be destroyed. Okay. 456 Layton. 456 Layton. Yep, okay. There's definitely more Galasite efficient ways to do this. And time efficient as well, probably. We will eventually do that. Like one of the dreams would be you build a ship basically with a big laser cannon on it, and it has really good point defense, and it like pushes itself right up close to the enemy and just blitzes them rather than having to spend any missiles at all. Amelia Earhart. Which ones are it? 9 and 8. Yep. 9, 8. Okay, and then anything else? What else? What else is there for me to shoot here? Those are all wrecks up here. Let's give another volley for them. You have a target, yes. So let's do Admiral Mark Jameson's can get another shot each. Ding. And Mendak. Just the one of those. Shoot that. Open fire. So we don't really even need to sync fire anymore, do we? Well, these guys have point defense, I believe. Getting ready. Excuse me. They're reloading? I didn't see the launch. Oh, I didn't let them reload. Okay. Boom. Launch successful. Yep. Ceasefire. See how it goes. Streaking out. Down here. The Amelia Earharts and the Laytons. Boom. Tiny little bit of point defense. Clean sweep. Target destroyed. Very nice. These guys in the north. Boom. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. No point defense. Wow. Get wrecked, precursors. Well, my dog is losing his marbles, so I'm going to go and deal with him. But we're going to call it a part there. In the next episode, just to give you guys context, we have a lot of context. We've used about 2/3 of our ammunition, so we're going to go home. We're going to refuel, rearm rather, and then we're going to come back and probably finish them off. I mean, the fact they've split up this much has been good for us, but I feel like we haven't shot many people that have point defense because we didn't face much point defense in that period. So, anyway, this time, save. Remember to save. Very important. But yeah, in the next episode, we're going to come back and hopefully finish them off, basically. And then, yeah, it gets back to some more econ stuff. It was purely a battle. That entire episode was less than a day of in-game time. Awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.